They use the idea of good things to do bad things. Satan wants it that way. He wants you to do bad things in the name of righteousness. Don't be fooled by him. It starts with the children, but it does not end there. Teaching them sexuality in kindergarten is just a means to facilitate their ability to harm them. Because if they teach sex, then they can convert that into, do you know what it is? Consent. And so they can harm the children in immoral ways, sexual ways. And they can get around the law of both God and the laws that we have as men and women. They can get around that through manipulating the law. I get a sip of my coffee here. If the children understand what a penis and vagina is, then that means all they have to do is talk them into it. And now it's no longer a crime because they consent, because they don't know any better. So they just talk them into it. That's what it'll lead to. I believe sexual sin is the driving force of all sin. Wealth of any kind all circles back to sexuality. And that's why they're coming for your children. They're not really so much after you as much as they are after the children. If you ignore Satan, if you refuse him, then it says he will flee. That's why they move on. And ultimately what they want is the children, and they want compliance. Of course they want money and fame. But the reality is, all people have sexual desires, correct? Yes. We cannot ignore that. We have to acknowledge it. We have to accept it. And we have to teach the truth to save the children. And I know that children do not have to be accountable, but that doesn't mean that we just allow wicked people to harm them just because the children are protected in the end. Everybody deserves a chance. And I know it may be God's will that bad things happen, but we still have to do something. We can't just sit there and allow it. It's all a test to see how you respond. And if you are a person of God, then you must seek to not allow it. You must protect and preserve the laws. You need to talk about God. And we need to get back to core beliefs. Although that seems impossible, it's supposed to get gradually worse. But that's what I believe we should be fighting for. Even in the end, you just don't roll over and give them what they want. You still have to resist, and you still have to spread the message. God bless you all.